Hey guys, how you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here, and this is our evening Bitcoin wrap up. So straight over to those charts, and yeah, we'll start with the good old Dominator and DMT that we've been neglecting on some of our previous episodes. Obviously the Dominator is this one here, so it's on this chart anyway. But yeah, just the one that we used to look at in the olden days. But yeah, so anyway, the main reason I want to bring your attention to it, obviously, was the buy trade on basically both the Dominator and then the DMT at this level, both of them going long, both of them pretty much at the same time. So we'll just say that was where the DMT bought anyway. So 5% gain for both of those. So yeah, it's great. Dominator, I had a sell trade that didn't really work out here, a buy trade that didn't really amount to anything really here, and then a decent sell trade, got a move down. A buy trade here that didn't work out, and a really good sell trade here. So you do have to sort of use your risk management well with Dominator especially. This is sort of why I'm now using it in this strategy. So it basically it sort of governs the main overall direction, and then I look for shorter time frame entries with the shorter time frame Dominator. But nonetheless, had a good trade there. DMT basically got you short here, and that was obviously a great short all the way down to wherever you wanted to get out. You could even if you just run it from sell to buy, then you get buy here, then we're back up again. So even from sell to buy to where we are now in DMT, sell to buy was 4.5%, and obviously we know that was 5%, so that's nearly 10% sell to buy in DMT since the 20th, so in 8 days. So if you're obviously playing that with leverage, 10x on 10% is 100% return. But yeah, so we had the buy trade here as well. Again, buy, well, it actually flipped it into a buy here, I believe, or it did, yeah. So it wasn't the best entry, but and then you potentially would have got stopped out. But if you didn't, or you held, or you bought back at the break of the line again, which we basically recommend to do, because that's still the buy line, you're still technically in the buy trade. So if you haven't stopped out, then you re-enter when you get back over. But yeah, obviously that was a great move up. Even just buy to sell was a nice profit there, and again sell to buy was a nice profit there as well. So DMT, and again here, well, we had a bit of a bit of a blip in the middle, but obviously we had this amazing buy here, which was just an amazing buy. I mean, this was just even buy to sell was 23%, but buy to the high was, I can't even see, it's 33%. So these are massive moves on DMT. As long as you're patient, let them run out, let the profits run, obviously run the winners. Obviously you're going to stop out on some, maybe. If you run them, you're still going to win. DMT, yeah, so DMT is an excellent, obviously not for day trading. This is why a lot of people maybe don't use it and use Dominator, because obviously DMT is more of a sort of swing trading indicator. So yeah, DMT, absolutely fantastic. So here we go. Yeah, basically I took the long on this buy here, because I was telling you guys about that anyway, wasn't I, about how I took the long just at the breakout of the wedge, even though we were on the sell there. So yeah, just been letting that trade run, got out up there, and then got back in. I think I got back in on this one actually, so it did come offside, but yeah, then pumped back up again. So yeah, some great trades. But yeah, if we actually look at the actual trade, so if we ignore this one, so the first buy was here, so it wasn't far offside, and just obviously filled some ladders. So that's the buy entry. We only came, obviously you guys know my stop's 1.6, so we didn't get to 1.6, and then yeah, obviously went into profit, and then went into more profit. And then if you took the buy here, then again got your ladders filled, went into profit. And if you took either of these buys, these were pretty much the best one, especially this one here. This one, look at this for a buy. This is just when it's working perfectly and we're trending fine. I mean, look at that, straight up, no offside, about 4% up. So yeah, some great trades there. Yes, over to our levels to see what we're looking at. Obviously we spoke about this morning. Yeah, I basically said we may struggle a little bit in this range, but if we break above the top, I will say, I mean, you guys watched my morning video. I was saying that we've got more upward momentum now, so we don't necessarily need to keep testing this sort of midpoint of this range. If we just take it out, we can likely get up. I sort of was saying at the start of this morning's video that maybe we're going to take a bit of, maybe we have to play this bottom part of the range out a bit and test it a couple of times. But then when I looked at the lower time frame oscillators, then obviously at the end of the video I changed my mind. I was like, actually, if we take this out, we're probably going to get right up there. And that's basically what happened. I was comparing it to when we were sort of struggling at the middle of the range here. But you have to look at the fact that we were coming off a down move here. And obviously this time we're coming off just, it's an up move, isn't it? Obviously I know it's not a massive up move, but this is not like a massive down move. But it is obviously in the scope of this smaller time frame trend. It is an uptrend. So yeah, so we moved all the way up nicely off the low, and then yeah, we tested it once, came back down, tested our support, and then yeah, and then we absolutely mooned up to the top, and then we're doing it's the same thing all over again. And obviously I don't without sounding like a broken record, basically the same thing, saying the same thing at every level. I think you guys obviously know I've been saying about the 9,700, 9,800 zone. I think that's where we'll get up to. So I think we'll bull flag this out a bit. Maybe we'll get some more resistance in this range this time than we got in this one. We may struggle a little bit more in this range, but I think we're going to get up to here. And that, my friends, is the end of where I can really tell you what's going to happen. Because this is just a zone where it's I don't know what to say, guys. It's just a difficult zone to trend. We've got the macro, we've just got all sorts of macro resistance. We've got the TD9 weekly coming up. We've got just the fact we've moved this far, we're going to have a bit of a retrace. I mean, there's just a lot of reasons why we're going to struggle with this area. So we are either we're going to play it out, maybe consolidate, maybe wick up, maybe come down, wick down, maybe come up, mess about in the zone, and then eventually we're going to have a big break, either up or down. And I honestly can't say which I think is more likely. Well, I can say, but it's marginal. It's very marginal, and I wouldn't know for certain that it's not just a bit of optimism saying that I think the chances are maybe we'll break up. I mean, the only thing that's tipped it for me is that another analyst has been saying how GBTC, so the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBCC, it's been bought up like a lot. They're buying a lot of that. Whomever's buying a lot of that. Yeah, and obviously the mine, we've had the halving, so there's less mining coming. So literally, that is obviously bullish, and that could potentially be maybe the tipping point to tip us overall up. But that in my mind, that is just what tips it over. Maybe the pump up is slightly more likely. But either way, we've got to see how we play in this range, because if we don't basically break through 9,800, then obviously we're putting a lower high, and you'd obviously, if it's a lower high, then that's confirmed as a high because we're coming down. So I'd expect a larger move down. But that's not necessarily what's going to happen. But that is the most important zone. And so far as us not getting up there to test it, I don't think we come this far and not test it. This has always been my target. Once we basically broke back above 9,200, I always was like, well, the only real point, the only logical point for us to stop, if we're going to stop, is around this zone. And obviously that's not to say we are going to stop. That's just to say the only logical point, once we break back above this 9,200, the only logical point to stop is here. So I think we at least get to there. And then we just have to assess the market as it comes, as we get it. Hourly so obviously short time oscillators looking a bit cooked. Looking to come back down. RSI lost the exponential. 2 hour again starting to come down. RSI not looking as bad in the 2 hour. 3 hour, so the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour not look. I mean, we can spend time up here. Look like we have spent time up here on occasions. So there's no reason we can't. Our 4 hour RSI looking good. 12 hours an important one. Yeah, 12 hours still got room to run. We've got room to run here. So this is what I mean. I think we've got room to run. I think we are going to get up to here, and then we're going to start to have to make some decisions, because you can just see how, I mean, without just being too oh god, without being too technical, says the guy that can't even draw a line. Wow, you did it again. So it isn't me. Right. Oh, we got the magnet on. We got the strong magnet. That's why. There we go. Right, so without being too technical, guys, I mean, you can pretty much see this, can't you? Yeah, I mean, it's sort of the confluence in that zone, and you can see this diagonal we got coming down. That's the macro trend line, and then you can see this resistance we've got here that obviously we know about, and then you can see the horizontal resistance. Which is, well, that is the horizontal resistance drawn in. So I just repeated myself, but hey. Anyway, yeah, so that's, I mean, yeah, so like I said, it's going to be fireworks if we break through. And if not, it's just going to be a highly predictable, in hindsight, inflection point where the market will reverse and start to come back down. I mean, there's no real reason why we won't spend a lot of time up there. Why we can't, not a lot, we can't spend like a bit of time up here. Before coming back down, but obviously, and then even have wicks up. I mean, it will be a classic liquidity hunt, just to send some wicks above 10k from here. I mean, if you see a wick to like 10k, 10.2, 10.3 even, and getting immediately slammed down, then I mean that's the warning signal. That's when you should really be thinking about yeah, what you're doing in a long trade. But anyway, yeah, so anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. I won't go on any longer. Don't want to make the video too long. So yeah, smash the likes, smash those likes, get those thumbs up, just help the algorithm. I'm watching like a hawk those subscribers. I want to get to 500 by the end of this week. So that would be nice. Halfway to 1,000. Yeah, so fingers crossed, guys. But yeah, I appreciate all your support, all you guys that watch the videos. I hope it's useful for you. I hope you guys made some money on the last two morning videos where we got the move perfect. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.